You're not seeing things. This is actually an update, a very different update. And I wanted to talk about this because of what it actually consists of. And I just think that this person has a real problem. This alleged mother has a really deep rooted problem. And I just think that she is going above and beyond stupid to inflict damage, pain, mental distress on children that she produced. Okay. And I think this is quite disgusting, even more disgusting than the nasty apartment that she created for these kids and the environment. You guys can see the pictures. But nonetheless, I'm going to give you two portions of this update. Okay. So let's get into the details. Let me give you a disclaimer and then we'll go ahead and get going. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. So both of these updates are coming from Fox 2 Detroit, so thank you for the article. Now, a judge suspended the communication privileges for a Pontiac mother accused of abandoning her 5 children. Well, actually, her children, it was 3, but I think she had 4 or 5, whatever. Anyway, she abandoned her kids for. Wait a minute, hold on. This is not correct. Hold on. A judge suspended communication privileges. Hold on just a second. Let me get this right. A judge suspended communication privileges for the mother accused of abandoning her kids 1 week after the appearance of flagrant violations of a court order. I don't know why they wrote that in there like that, but Kelly Bryant, this alleged mother that you guys see right here, will not be allowed to contact anyone from her jail cell following a virtual hearing Tuesday, Judge Cynthia Walker ordered. So here's what they found out. The mother of 3 kids who were found living in squalor in a Pontiac apartment for 5 years. Okay? 5 years. Had her jail communication privileges revoked for a week following concerns she had violated a court order. Bryant, the mother, was ordered to not have any contact with her children or caretaker. Let me say that again. She could not and knew that she could not contact the caretaker or the children, and she did anyway multiple times, right? The judge ruled during a bond redetermination hearing, I'm glad I caught that word, earlier in March. The Oakland County Prosecutor's Office said she had spoken to their caretaker 10 times over a 4-day period. She also allegedly asked other inmates to call the caretaker on her behalf, which is also a violation. Judge Walker said it appears to be a flagrant violation of a court order during a virtual hearing on Tuesday. I expect strict compliance with no contact provisions, she said. It's unclear what details were discussed between Bryant and the caretaker, but the defendant's attorney confirmed there had been a discussion about appointments for the kids, but did not give any more information. She also said the mother, Bryant, had been using her communication privileges, which include a tablet and a phone, to attempt to pay her bond to be released from custody. Let's take a pause right there. This is the same mother who abandoned 3 children in this filthy, nasty, disgusting apartment that had trash filled as high in some areas as 4 foot tall, and abandoned them not for a day, not for a week, not for a month, not for multiple months, not for a year, not for 2 years, not for 3 years, not for 4 years. Literally abandoned 3 adolescent children for 5 years. The reason that I stress it and say it that way, of course, I'm not a news reporter, so if you came to hear the news, this ain't the freaking news. Go elsewhere if you came to hear the news. This is about keeping it real. This is coming from a father's perspective. And coming from me, this is the type of person that I think should never have access to children ever again. I think this whole thing is flat out ridiculous because what are you contacting them for? What are you contacting them for? You clearly wanted them to die. You wanted them to die and suffer and not ever be able to integrate in society properly. And you were selfish. So why do you care about the kids now that you're in jail? Why are you even contacting the person who is trying to raise these kids in your place and trying to raise them properly? What are you contacting them for? I think you'd have to be a special level of stupid. Just a special level of callous. You know what we call that? Hashtag babies for benefits, where people like this can actually get pregnant, lay up on their back, and receive semen from multiple men, anybody and everybody that will come in this chick and just create kids for no other reason than to collect benefits, whether that be Section 8 food stamps, car vouchers, child support, or even just for some freaking attention. That is what we call babies for benefits, and that is also a AFC hashtag that we created. So if you hear anybody say hashtag babies for benefits that comes from us, please give us credit for the things that we create. Skip the jail, send her straight to hell. This type of person I don't even believe needs to, like, this is the type of thing I truly believe this person, this alleged mother, should actually get the death penalty for. What your actions did would have led to death. The death of 3 humans who cannot speak for themselves nor defend themselves. And they definitely were not cared for or loved and did not have the capacity to help themselves. On top of that, she also lied to family members, friends, and probably the baby daddies as far as the status of these kids, and they weren't able to get access to them, and you didn't want to just give them up. You know why she didn't give them up? That's actually going to be the second part of the story. That's going to be the second part of the update. So put a pin in that. We'll come back to it. Her 3 children who right now are ages 15, 13, and 12. So if you take 5 years away from that, that'd be 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Wait, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 years old, 8 years old, and I think 10 years old. 7, 8, and 10 years old. So if you want to know what age that this started, for everybody, because in the video I originally did, everybody kept asking what were the ages of the kids. 7, 8, and 10. 7, 8, and 10. So nobody misses that. They are currently 15, 13, and 12. They were found living alone in a Pontiac home that was filled with trash and human feces all over the freaking place. She was arrested while the children were placed with a family member, and that's the family member that she kept contacting. McDonald said the mother, Bryant, called the person taking care of the 3 children and called her, that person, I'm going to say not her, but that person 10 times over a 4-day period. She also allegedly had other inmates call the caregiver on her behalf as she attempted to discuss the children and her criminal case. Violation. Bryant is court ordered not to have contact with the children or their caregiver. They have a right, just like all victims under the Crime Victims' Rights Act, to be free of any influence or further trauma, right? If Bryant's communication privileges are revoked, she would no longer have access to phones or tablets in the jail and would be unable to call or video chat with anyone. So this mother, who was 34 years old, was charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse last month after her children were abandoned in the condo for 4 to 5 years. Okay? Bryant lived at another home. Let me say that again. She lived at another home and would occasionally drop food off at the home, which included cheap-ass pizzas. She would, I think they said she used DoorDash and probably some other means, but would deliver food, drop food off, and then just leave them be. The children were found on February 14th after the condo's landlord requested a welfare check. Now, according to authorities, the landlord had not heard from the mother Bryant since December, and rent had not been paid. And again, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I think it's weird the fact that they don't come and do pest control. They don't come check the air conditioners, change out the air filters or anything like that. And all this time in 5 years, they never checked this apartment. I think that's ridiculous. I think all apartments ought to be subject to being checked maybe every couple months, but more often than never. Now, deputies arrived and found the home that was full of garbage that was piled as high as 4 feet in some rooms. The rooms were also covered in mold and human waste. The toilet was overflowing and the bathtub was full of human butt chunks. The children survived on food that was dropped off on the front porch each week by their mother or a stranger. And we're getting more details. Damn, did y'all catch that? Food was either dropped off by DoorDash, the mother, or stranger. So if the stranger knew that they were just dropping food off, I think that person should also be investigated. If they lie or they're trying to help this woman, they asses should face prison time too. So keep that in mind. But they had no access to toilet paper or personal hygiene items. The sheriff said they were unfamiliar with personal hygiene and didn't even know how to flush a toilet. They also had not attended schools since she left them and instead passed time by watching TV or playing games. The sheriff said the girls had not been outside in several years. The boy slept on a mattress on the floor, but the 2 girls slept on empty pizza boxes. Y'all hear that? Empty pizza boxes. According to deputies, neighbors were unaware that the children lived in the home and had never seen them. They said they saw their mother at their home each month. The kids were all wearing soiled clothing with matted hair and toenails so long that they couldn't even walk properly. While being held at the jail on a $50,000 cash bond for the alleged child abuse, welfare fraud charges were brought against the mother. Are y'all ready for this update? They also are including welfare charges. Now, why would they be including welfare charges? How did she get welfare charges? According to McDonald, the mother, Bryant, was allegedly collecting public assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services that was intended to go for her children. This was happening while the children were living alone in these deplorable conditions. So let me see if this article gives any additional detail that we already haven't given. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald announced the charges against 34-year-old Marie. What is her name? Let me get her name again. Kelly Marie Bryant. 34-year-old Kelly Marie Bryant, saying that while she abandoned her children, she collected overpayments from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, which were obtained fraudulently. The defendant appears to have effectively abandoned her children while collecting their public assistance. This crime is, first and foremost, a theft from Kelly Bryant's children. These resources were intended to ensure that they had the basic necessities that were denied to them. The children deserved better. Let me see. According to the prosecutor's office, the mother received $29,397. $30,000. $30,000 for kids that she left to die. Now, do y'all see why my hashtag is so powerful? Hashtag babies for benefits. She collected $30K in 3 years. Welfare fraud over $500 brings a punishment of up to 4 years in prison and or a $5,000 fine. Bryant's bond was reduced to $50,000 on Friday, 2 weeks after it was initially set at $250 million to prevent her from bonding out. Now that even that doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you go from seeing this as a serious thing as a $250 million bond, which I'm just like, okay, whatever, just give her no bond. She's not going to pay $250 million. But then to go from that to drop it down to $50,000, to me, that just shows that they don't see this as being a serious thing. They don't see these human lives, these human kids, these black kids as being a very serious thing. If you're going to sit there and take a bond at $250 million, which is an insurmountable amount of money to be able to attain, to a measly $50K, which means she could get out on a bail bond of $5,000. Maybe somebody in the chat can maybe make that make some level of sense. Shout out to Tommy, by the way. Make that make sense. Anyway, she was arrested in February after authorities found 3 of her 4 children living in filth in that Pontiac condo. The other child was actually given away to the father, and the father was raising that kid, just so y'all know. Let's see here. Is there anything additional? That's all repeat information. Let's get into the video. I got a couple of news videos, and then we'll go from there. All right, here we go. Let's get it.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Yeah, I feel you. She might not be able to afford a $50,000 bond or bail bondsman $5K, but I mean, somebody might be willing to pay it. And if she gets out, do y'all think she's going to leave them kids or the caretaker alone? No, she's not. She's clearly going to violate that order if she's already violating it in jail where she can be monitored. So what do you think she's going to do if she's not monitored, right? She's going to do everything that she can to mess with it, to mess with this case, to mess it up, and then to further mess with those kids. You're going to act like you care now? That's weird, and she should never be allowed to get out of jail or be at risk, putting those kids at risk. But y'all, do me a favor. If you're listening, please hit that thumbs up. Make this story go viral yet again, please. All right? Let's go. I'm going to play a little bit of this video, and then we're going to skip to the rest.
Now for what's tipping the scales of justice, we've got 2 big developments in the case of the Michigan mother accused of abandoning her 3 children in a house of filth. That mom is now facing additional charges this morning, and her bond has been drastically lowered. Officials say that Kelly Bryant left her 3 kids alone for years inside of a dirty, feces-filled townhouse in Pontiac, Michigan. The local sheriff expressing outrage when it happened.
That's going to be a very long process to figure this all out, not just how they are both mentally and physically, but how did this ever happen, to have these kids fall through the cracks on so many levels with relatives, the community, and with schools.
Bryant's already charged with 3 counts of first-degree child abuse, and now she's charged with welfare fraud as well, as police say she was collecting nearly $30,000 in payments between 2022 and 2025, and certainly not using those payments to help her kids. Doesn't that make you sick? Let's talk about how that may tip the scales in this case. Still with me, attorney Casey Early, and I want to welcome in attorney and the former director of Family and Children's Services in the state of Georgia, Mr. Tom Rawlings. Great to have you both here. Tom, let me begin with you on this one. Your thoughts on this case as a whole, and also...
All right, our other top story on your Monday. The Oakland County prosecutor says the mother, who is accused of abandoning her 3 children for years, is directly violating court orders. They say Kelly Bryant should have her communication privileges revoked because she's called her children's caregiver multiple times, and that's something the judge said she could not do as she sits in the Oakland County lockup. Let's get out to Shantae Passmore. She's working the story, joins us live this evening. Shantae, the judge was pretty clear about this.
Yeah, he was. And so recently the prosecution filed this motion to ban all forms of communication. So who is the caregiver? Well, according to the defense, that would be Kelly Bryant's own father. And now they're challenging this restriction.
8 times. Oakland County prosecutors say that's how many times Kelly Bryant called the caregiver for 3 children between February 21st and March 7th. Between March 8th and the 12th, reportedly 10 times. The children are at the center of a child abuse case. The Pontiac mother is accused of leaving them to live alone for years. The home's condition described by authorities as deplorable. As part of her bond reduction, she was told to not have contact with the children and caregiver. Now, prosecutors are asking for a judge to revoke her communication privileges. Criminal defense attorney Lillian Diallo is not connected to the case, but says the people's motion is too severe.
And as a defense attorney, I would argue strenuously and vigorously for her being able to have contact, maybe not with the father now. You can cut that off if that's what you feel has been violated, but don't cut off her only means of communicating with the outside world.
Okay. Lord Jesus. Look, I get it. That's what defense attorneys do. But I'm just going to tell y'all, look, y'all see attorneys that drop off of cases all the time, right? For different reasons, for ethics reasons, or whatever the case is. Maybe just something in their soul just says, I don't want to have no part of this. But I'm going to back this up like a U-Haul truck just for a hot second. And I want y'all to see this woman's face. Lillian Diallo is not a good person. She clearly can't be a parent. She clearly can't be a good parent. And I don't know her from a sack of potatoes, but all I'm saying is how could she possibly be a good mother if she's going to sit there and say that you looked at this case, saw what this woman did, left her children to die, and you're worried about her communicating with the outside world? Who in the fuck do she need to talk to? She's trying to talk to the kids. She's trying to influence the case. That is exactly who she violated, abused, misused, did not give a shit about. And you would open your fat, ugly mouth to sit there and say that she has the right to communicate with these people, with these victims. Are you serious? Here's the thing that I absolutely hate about people like this. These are the same people that would take on a case, and I want y'all to hear me and excuse my language, but I get pissed off to the furthest point of pisstivity. Shout out to Mac Minister, by the way. The furthest point of pisstivity, because these are the type of attorneys, lawyers, or whatever the freak you want to call them, that will take on a case of a woman and said that a man violated her sexually, and you will sit there and try to throw this man under the bus, and you may or may not have the evidence to prove it. Matter of fact, let's just say if the man completely gets off, you will sit there and still argue your point that this woman was done wrong and the system is wrong and racism and sexism and you people are what do they call those, misogynists? They'll sit there and they'll talk about DEI, y'all. We need DEI back, y'all. These type of people. But when it comes to kids, where's the bleeding heart for the kids? And I'm going to finish playing this video, but I want to back this up so y'all can hear her statement. And I want to hear, where is the bleeding heart heart for the children? Who is going to cry for the children? That is why I wear this shirt. That is why I speak these words. That is why I have this platform. This is why we're the advocates for children. I think that is why everybody is in the chat who likes to donate, who likes to chat, who likes to email me these stories. I believe that is why you guys are here. It's because that is the message that needs to get out to dummies like this. Girl, you should have your damn license revoked, checked, or like, I don't even know how you got as far as you did. Who books you? What cases have you won? This is freaking ridiculous. So I'm going to back it up and let's just see if she proves me wrong or if she proves me right. Let's hear this again.
Is not connected to the case, but says the people's motion is too severe.
And as a defense attorney, I would argue strenuously and vigorously for her being able to have contact, maybe not with the father now. You can cut that off if that's what you feel has been violated, but don't cut off her only means of communicating with the outside world.
In a response, Bryant's lawyer claims neither the mother nor her defense team had been served a written copy of the court's bond order. The defense claims the mom misunderstood the court statement on the record and didn't realize there was a blanket prohibition from speaking to her father. Meanwhile, questions mount surrounding the case.
Somebody needs to say something about how these kids just were languishing for years, right? No what? No birthday, no Christmas, no Easter. Nobody asked where the kids are?
Again, that is the mother's responsibility. Whoever the custodial parent is, which in this goddamn case is the mother, that is on her. I hate when they keep pointing out. You want to point out the neighbors. You want to point out other family members. You want to point out the school. You want to point out the police. Point out the person who chose to get pregnant every 2 years and kept having kids. 4 of them, 4 separate pregnancies. She knew after the first, matter of fact, she knew even before she got pregnant, she couldn't afford to take care of herself, let alone getting pregnant and having the first kid, and she could not provide for that kid. Then you turn around and have a second one, knowing that you couldn't provide for that kid. Then you have a third, then you have a fourth. So you're exacerbating a problem, but then you want to point the finger at everybody else. No, the problem is the person who is creating this situation, which is the mother, which is why the crown that lays on the head of the person who is the head of all of these decisions is the most important person in these scenarios. That is where the greatest responsibility should be held. This is why I do not like when people talk about we're equal. This is why I don't like people talking about accountability, right? Huh? Y'all hear me? Hello. Because when it's time for these people to be held accountable, you create excuses. She should have access to be able to talk to the outside world. For what? Women like her should be on death row. Women like her should be standing in front of a firing squad or a gas chamber or the electric chair or thrown off a cliff somewhere. She should not have reproductive rights or organs or let alone phone calls. And even if you did not know, I didn't know I couldn't contact the person who's taking care of the kids that I abandoned. What would you contact them for? You left them to die. You wanted them to die. You didn't give a damn if they lived or died. So why would you contact the person who has your kids? That is just common sense. Common sense would tell you that if you, did a drive-by on somebody, to give a very, very harsh scenario. Common sense would tell you that if you're in jail, that you shouldn't contact the person or the person who's caretaking the person that you did a drive-by on. That would be common damn sense. But you know what? Again, you're talking about people creating excuses, and this is what I think continues to perpetrate retardation in the black community and no accountability, because you have people like this who continue to just create excuses out of thin freaking air. Did I say anything that was wrong? Did I say anything that maybe hurt your feelings? Not really worried about the feelings. I'm just worried about, did I say something that was factually inaccurate? Please tell me if I didn't. If I did, please let me know.
And we did get a hold of the defense team, but we were told they had no comment. They do believe that there should be no contact with the children, but as for the overall restriction with communication overall, that's something they are challenging. Meanwhile, Bryant is expected to appear in court later this month. We're reporting live tonight.
Here's something else I thought about. So if we want to challenge that she didn't get the paperwork, so what? She didn't get the damn paperwork. And thank y'all. Please hit that thumbs up. If y'all agree with what I'm saying, please hit that thumbs up. It'll bring more people here. It's very simple to help us. If you can donate, cool. If you can't, all you got to do is hit the thumbs up and leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. That helps us so much. It helps us more than you know. Trust me. Even if you did not get the physical papers in your hand, or your court-appointed attorney or whoever you have representing you didn't get the papers in hand, one thing that I know is before they put you in jail is they're going to tell you, and they're going to read off what your charges are and what your restrictions are. You guys have watched many, many court videos. Some of y'all, if y'all can attest to what I'm saying, please acknowledge that in the chat. Before the judge sends you off to jail, they will tell you what you can't do and who you cannot contact. And you have to acknowledge that before they send you off. So even if you didn't have a copy of the papers in your hand, unless you were just as dense as it possibly gets, then you at least heard it. Whether you gave a damn or not is a whole different deal, right? No contact with the victims. They will always tell you that. Every judge tells you that. Almost like every police officer is supposed to tell you about your Miranda rights before they arrest you. So we would hope that that number would be 100%. I know it ain't always 100%. So we do want to leave some room for error, but I would hope that every judge would tell every person who is accused of a crime of inflicting damage on someone or perpetrating a crime against someone that you cannot contact them. So she heard it. She just didn't give a damn.
Access denied. The mom accused of abandoning her 3 children for years inside a Pontiac home has her phone access revoked.
They say you are to have no the way that they word it is you are to have no contact with the victims.
Now that comes after prosecutors say Kelly Bryant called the caregiver of her children.
They say you are to have no contact with the victims, directly or indirectly. I think that's kind of how they word it, right? You said, Jay, keep your foot on their neck. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I want y'all to also think about this. She continued to try to contact that same caretaker by having another inmate contact that person on her behalf. So she knows what she's doing. She don't give a damn. And every bit of her actions proves that. Let's keep going.
Some 20 times. Thanks everyone for joining us. I'm Karen Drew in for Kimberly Gill tonight.
And I'm Ty Steele. The judge's decision late this afternoon comes as Bryant sits in that Oakland County jail. So far, she's been unable to post that $50,000 cash bond. Let's go live now to Shantae Passmore in Pontiac with the very latest. Good evening, Shantae.
Yeah, good evening, Ty and Karen. You know, the court hearing, very brief. The judge said she found it baffling that Kelly Bryant reportedly enlisted the help of other inmates to call the children's caregiver on her behalf. Now tonight, she's setting the record straight on what she expects moving forward.
Would you state your name for the record, please?
Kelly Marie Bryant. Should Kelly Bryant be allowed to communicate with the outside world? Oakland County prosecutors say not after she reportedly violated her bond. The court told the Pontiac mom to not contact her children and their caregiver. The 34-year-old, accused of abandoning her 3 kids, allegedly called her caregiver multiple times from jail. Bryant also reportedly enlisted some help.
Your Honor, my concern is twofold. First, that Ms. Bryant defied the court's order on 3/7/2025 with the no contact, but also is now circumventing Oakland County Jail's rules and having other inmates contact on her behalf.
However, Bryant's lawyer claims the mother remained unaware of not being able to call the caregiver. Her team claims neither they nor Bryant received a written copy of the court's bond order. The defense making it clear the mom did not inquire about the kids and ask for the judge to deny the motion.
I am telling the court that there's not going to be any other issues. There will not be any other issues. They can monitor her from now until eternity, and she will not violate the court's orders.
During the brief hearing, the judge said orders aren't suggestions. They need to be followed. If there is another violation,
The court will schedule an emergency hearing within 24 hours of receiving notice of a violation.
The judge says now she believes both Bryant and her defense team understand the terms of the bond. Still, she feels the violation was very flagrant, and that is why she temporarily suspended the mother's communication privileges for 1 week.
We begin with the fight to revoke communication privileges for the Pontiac mother accused of abandoning her children in deplorable conditions for years. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Mike Duffy.
And I'm Whitney Burney. Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald filed the motion to restrict Kelly Bryant's phone access.
Now, Bryant is under a court order to have no contact with.
So here's something else that I think is quite interesting. Actually, I guess, so if she's under a court order to not have contact with the children, do y'all know that that's actually a record that we can actually look up if it's a public record? You could log in to the website and pull that record up and see that she has a no contact order with the kids, I believe. Maybe I could be wrong about that. But if we can find that, then don't you think her defense attorney could also find that same information? Here's another thing I was also thinking about. All calls are recorded. We know that. So it's like, why don't they have it to where when they do stuff like this, pull up the transcripts or transcribe it and put out there exactly what she said to these people that were holding on to her kids? Or maybe have somebody read it and then give us the context of what was said, like give us the temperature in the room. You see what I'm saying? Like you could actually look at that, look at the transcript and be like, yep, she was definitely trying to tell them kids not to say anything, not to testify or something. There has to be something in there that they heard. Maybe it's too early. Maybe they can't release that. But I'm hoping that they have that to be able to put in the transcripts whenever they actually charge her. Because I think she needs a life sentence in prison. She shouldn't have any more rights after what she did to them kids. Anyway, if she, what did you say? You said, if she didn't know, why did she have others make the phone calls? I said that earlier, and you're 100% right. So it's like that confirms that she knew what she was doing was wrong. I 100% agree. Shout out to you, bro. 100%.
With her children or her father, who is the caregiver for her children. But the prosecutor's office says that she called her father 10 times between March 8th and 12th, allegedly discussing her criminal case with her children.
7 News Detroit reporter Sarah Michaels has been following this case for us. Tonight, she is learning more from the prosecutor's office and sharing new information in an exclusive interview with Bryant's ex-boyfriend.
It's a very serious crime. It's a very serious crime.
Oakland County Prosecutor Karen McDonald says that she is shocked after learning that 34-year-old Kelly Bryant allegedly called her children's caregiver 10 times between March 8th and 12th. It is also alleged that Bryant had other inmates call the caregiver for her, a direct violation of Bryant's court orders.
Are you worried that when Miss Bryant made contact with the children's caregiver, she was also able to make contact with her children?
We're absolutely concerned about that. That's why the only way to make sure that doesn't happen is to revoke her telephone privileges.
McDonald's office has now filed a motion seeking to revoke Bryant's communication privileges. Bryant is facing 3 counts of first-degree child abuse.
I guess I don't understand. Like, why does it seem like everybody's working so hard to make sure that she's treated well and has all of her rights and privileges. Like, why? Like, can't you just turn a blind eye to this? Okay, she calling people she shouldn't be calling. Leave it at that. That is definitively what she did, whether she knew it or not, and kill her phone privileges. That's simple.
For allegedly abandoning 3 of her children, ages 15, 13, and 12, for nearly 5 years. Their children that Bryant's ex-boyfriend, Taekwon Vining, tells me he thought were living with their father. He spoke exclusively to 7 News Detroit over the phone.
Mind-boggling, because you never see no signs and how she talk about her kids and how well-mannered and stuff they is.
She said that her children are well-mannered?
Yeah.
Vining tells me that he was dating Bryant in the months leading up to her arrest. According to him, Bryant was living at his grandfather's home just minutes away from where the children were abandoned. She was working as his grandfather's caregiver.
Yeah, she was good. She said she didn't like babies no more. She was over that. Her kid's old enough. She don't got to worry about that.
Vining also said that Bryant was close with her dad, who is now the children's caregiver, the person that it is alleged Bryant has been reaching out to. I asked Vining what Bryant said to him after her arrest. He said that she just said, sorry.
That was her fault for leaving them kids in that house.
Now, if the prosecutor's motion is granted, Bryant would lose all phone and video communication privileges. In Pontiac.
So I was thinking about that also. What you just said in the chat, you said so the ex-boyfriend didn't know anything. That's very suspect too. So here's the crazy thing about it. In my opinion, I just think that if he gets caught up in this, which I think he probably should, because I think he definitely knew something was up. I'm not going to sit there and date a woman knowing that she got kids and I never see the kids. Like, I know I'm all about protecting the kids, but realistically, you never see them. Y'all don't go out to dinner. Y'all don't go out for birthdays. Y'all don't go out, pick them up from school together. Like, what kind of, how are you dating a woman and never see her kids? You never see her kids. You don't see no pictures of her kids. Nothing. You have no actual evidence of her kids. And she just tell you they good. That makes absolutely no sense. But it seems like the courts will probably come down even harder on the boyfriend than they do the actual mother who perpetrated all of this. I think it's flat out ridiculous. I think she should lose all her privileges. It's like she did everything that you could possibly do wrong. Everything you could possibly do wrong as a human being. These are the type of people that should get no sympathy. Okay? So we'll continue to follow this. If anything else comes up, we'll definitely talk about it. But those are my opinions. If y'all disagree with anything I'm saying, we got a chat. Please type it in the chat. And just be honest. It's okay if people disagree with you, but type it in the chat and let's have an honest discussion with each other. Hit that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to AFC Podcast. We're going to continue to keep putting the children first and not putting somebody's feelings and outside communication first. Like, who gives a damn? The way I feel is if you hurt kids, you shouldn't have any rights anymore. No sympathy. Hashtag no sympathy. Thank you. 0. Thank you, Keenan. I appreciate that. What's more insulting is to know she wasn't even that far from them, man. It's like, what do you say to that? Are y'all ready for story number 2? I don't know how you do that. It's like, just give up custody. You know why she didn't? Because she was getting money off of them kids. If she would have lost her little money, she would have lost her benefits. She would have lost her benefits if she would have gave up custody of the kids. Just selfish mother effers. Okay, this video was going to be very interesting. Who was the person in the chat? Oh, somebody just gifted 5 channel memberships. Hold on. I need to shout you out for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And y'all know that is the amazing Sarah Gates. So another form of donating is when you guys donate channel memberships, or if you join the channel membership or send in a super chat, which is money that goes to YouTube and then it comes to us. So shout out to y'all for doing it that way. Any level of support we get is grateful. I am so, so grateful. So even if you guys only send $1 anything, $1 and above, we are so, so grateful for it, okay? So if y'all would, do me a favor and thank Sarah Gates. She just gifted yet another 5 channel memberships. So that went to Sun Worshipper. And these are all random, by the way. So Sun Worshipper, Alicia Schoberg, Ducking Felonies, Avis, and April Taylor. All you guys got to do is type in Sarah Gates' name and just tell her thank you for gifting a channel membership. That's good for 30 days. Sarah Gates, thank you so much. The way that you repay it is not only to thank her. When it ends at the 30 days, just renew it for 1 month. Even at the lowest tier, just renew it for 1 month, okay? So thank you so much for doing that. She is always doing that, so I'm so, so grateful. Y'all do me a favor. Give me just a second. Because I inboxed somebody. I was trying to get a DJ gig going here. And I don't even see where I inboxed this person. Where is it at? Alexis. Let me see. Can y'all give me just a second? Messages. No? Okay. I don't know. Okay, fine. I got to give somebody a quote real quick. Y'all hold on. I'm trying to book some weddings where I have some time to book some weddings at. So y'all bear with me just a second. Hold on just a second. Let me find right here. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. Had to send out a quote real quick. Hold on. What my boy is talking about. Okay. Anyway. All right. So whoever sent me this story. Yeah, we're on story number 2 out of 6. Sorry, I'm taking so long. Story number 2 out of 6. Who sent me the story about the little girl that was thrown off of a balcony because baby mama and baby daddy got into it with each other? Did anybody in the chat send me that story? Do y'all remember who it was? If you sent it to me, cool. It was only like 1 or 2 people. 420 falls on Easter this year. I bet y'all like that. That's pretty dope. Hi, Jay in the chat. Sorry I'm late to the show. Can't stay long. Nadine, what's up, Nadine? How are you? But I appreciate you being here no matter what. No matter how long you stay, I'm grateful. If y'all will just hit that thumbs up, help your boy out. That'll be awesome. Hey, we got somebody who rejoined on channel membership. That is Melanie Morris. If you're listening, thank you very much. And if you guys can get us to 400 thumbs up, I'm going to give away 5 free channel memberships, but we have to hit our mark. That is our goal. We have just under 300 people here. So if we can get 400 thumbs up, we're at 206. We're at 206. Can y'all please hit that thumbs up for me? 207. Thank you. Ducking Felonies just gifted a channel membership. If you're listening, thank you very much. And that channel membership went to Janet's DIY Life. DIY Life. Do-it-yourself life. I can't even say it. But Janet's Do-It-Yourself Life, you now have a channel membership. All you got to do is thank Ducking Felonies. So thank you, Ducking Felonies, for doing that. Much love. Appreciate that. Not enjoying this is my first time. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you don't know why you were gifted a channel membership? It does it randomly. Whoever is in the chat, you got to be subscribed. If y'all want to get a free channel membership, you got to be subscribed. But as long as you're typing in the chat, it's going to be random. So it could come from anybody. DJ P Swagger, Dream Like a Boss. What's happening with it? Check out your channel here. Do you do DJ mixes? Do you do some music? Looks like you got some music on here. Might have to check that out. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's talk about this story. Here we go. This story is a bit complicated because I have a lot of thoughts about it as far as how we get here, what I feel like precipitated this, the behavior, things I've been talking about as far as the dynamics of these relationships that these mothers, these women want, or even certain behaviors. They want men to behave a certain way, right? And you notice that, especially with it being very prevalent in the black community. So I'm going to speak on those things. So if you're sensitive, I get it. If y'all don't want to hear that. But for everybody else, let me give you a disclaimer, and then I'm going to talk about that little angel y'all just saw on my screen. Let's get it. Let's advocate for these babies. Let's go. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And I'm getting this story from Fox6now.com, so thank you for the article. So let me warn y'all now, I'm going to say some things that are going to be offensive, whether it be you're a black person or whatever. You might not understand where I'm coming from, but trust me, this is stuff that I'm pretty familiar with. Now, a Milwaukee man is accused of intentionally dropping a 1-year-old child, a little girl, from a second-story balcony. The accused is a 31-year-old man that y'all saw on my screen. Hold on, let me go back. That's a beautiful little baby. Hold on, let me go back just for a second. This man right here, that is 31-year-old Jamin, Jaimann, Jaimann. I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce that. Island, Eiland. He has been charged with the following: substantial battery, substantial bodily harm with intent to cause bodily harm, domestic abuse, infliction of physical pain or injury. Let me go back. Physical abuse of a child, intentionally causing bodily harm by conduct which creates a high probability of great bodily harm. Now, according to the Milwaukee Police Department, the incident occurred around 5 p.m. in the area of 41st Street and Cortlandt Avenue on Thursday, March the 13th. So that was about 9 days ago, depending on when you're watching this. So fairly recent. Per the criminal complaint, officers responded to Fortert Hospital, I know that ain't how you pronounce it, but whatever, to investigate the child abuse complaint and met with a woman who stated that she and her 1-year-old daughter were assaulted by her mother's husband, who was identified as Island. That man. That's her ex-husband, actually, from what I understand, from what I read. The child's mother says she heard her baby crying and asked Island what happened, which turned into an argument between the two. It escalated to a point where the man, Island, this guy, Jaimann, however you pronounce that, Jaimann, where he allegedly grabbed a knife and he threatened to kill her. And he said, "You gonna die today." He grabbed a knife to this woman with tattoos on her face, all across her face. She's got tattoos everywhere. I just think people like that aren't stable. She's got lip piercings all over the place. I just think she looks crazy. She could be a a wonderful mother. I just don't think that she is. And I'll show you a video that I think confirms my fears. I think what it is you got this hood-ass woman who's used to hood-ass dudes. And this dude, I'm going to tell y'all, let me show you something. I don't know what y'all think about this picture. This man looks softer than a bag of Charmin tissue. This man looks softer than cotton. If an ant pissed on him, you wouldn't hear it, because I believe that this man is softer than cotton. This man is softer than fabric softener. He don't, like, nothing screams thug about him when you see him, right? So here's what I know that is prevalent in the black community. Our sisters, shout out to my sisters, but y'all know y'all loves y'all a thug, a protective man, an overbearing man, a man from the streets, a man who deals crack and all kinds of drug and Molly Percocet, chase a chick, never chase a bitch, mask on, fuck it, mask off, right? This man don't look to be that type of character. So in my humble opinion, I could be dead ass wrong, because eyes don't know them, y'all. Eyes wasn't in their house, y'all. Like, that man look soft like church music. This man literally looks like he could be like a like one of them what do you call them? One of them people to help one of the ushers. He looked like he could be a church usher. He don't look like he be whooping ass, do he? Hell no, he don't. This man don't look like he whooped nobody's ass. And it didn't even say that he's the father. I think he's the father. That could be a whole different goddamn discussion in itself, now that I think about it. Y'all said he is soft like fresh baked cupcakes. We can laugh just a little bit because the little girl survived, which is great. But this man does not, nothing about him screams intimidating, which is what most women like. Now, granted, with the mother's appearance, which I will show y'all a hell of a lot more when we get there, but according to her appearance and all her dermals and lip piercings and tongue piercings and tattoos across the face and neck and hands and arms and legs, and she'd have probably got her entire body tattooed, so every man that's ever tattooed and seen every piece of her booty meat. Matter of fact, you know what? I think she's actually a stripper, if I'm not mistaken. I think the mother is a stripper, if I'm not mistaken. Let me tell y'all why I say that. Because I went to her Facebook page. Ooh, buddy. And her Facebook page is public. And she had her public butt on there. I've seen a couple butt cheeks on her page. That's her page. That's the mother. Shout out to the mother. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I like me a stripper from time to time. I just don't want to get them pregnant. I'm just saying. I just think, in my opinion, strippers are horrible mothers, horrible people. Oh my God. I'm just like, you be looking at the stuff they be doing in the strip club and you just be like, I just know you're not a good mother at all. Like, where's you ain't never been in a strip club and just been like, how many kids do you got sitting at home? Who's babysitting your kids? Like, all the while the strip club in there smelling like corn chips, but I digress. Let's get back to this. My whole point about this is, if she's a stripper, allegedly, then I would think that she's used to hood niggas. Is that far-fetched? I don't think it is. On top of that, I don't think that this man is the father. Unless I am wrong in here, I'm going to keep reading. I didn't see nothing about him being the father, which would mean that who's the baby dad? And if this girl is 1 year old, then that means that you have a new man being involved in your child's life that has no DNA tied to this child and doesn't give a damn about this child, and knowing that this child probably looks like a mix of her mother and father. So when he looks at this baby, he's probably seeing the father's face, the man who helped create this beautiful, innocent angel. The reason why I put this dynamic out there is to get people to understand why it's so freaking serious. And I continue to keep telling these whores, these black queens, these mothers, to stop bringing men around your kids when your kids are this vulnerable at this age. Maybe start dating when your kids are 15, 16, 17 years old, not when they're 1. She's too young to be dating. She's too young and vulnerable. I don't understand how you can have a baby that is less than 2 years old and you're already thinking about more raw penis that helped create the same child that you just had, and you're going to make more with a different man. This man said, and I want y'all to think about this. He said, "You gonna die today." To me, that sounds like a man who don't know how to handle a hood-ass woman, because they have to be handled if you're going to deal with them. And they are quite special. And I'm talking about special like the short bus. I'm talking about special like the dunce cap on top of the head. Very, very special people. He probably had no idea how to deal with her in her nasty, slick, disgusting mouth. And he said, "I've had enough of it." And he wanted to end her life, and he wanted to kill the kid, which clearly he has no care in the world about. That sounds like a man who idolized a mediocre woman to me. Anyway, according to the criminal complaint, so I'm going to get off my soapbox. The woman tried to tell this man to calm down, and he picked up the 1-year-old girl and carried her to the second-story porch outside. Then, allegedly, lifted her in the air by her neck. That sounds like he choked her. Dangling her as the mother tried to take the child back. Prosecutors then said he intentionally threw the 1-year-old girl off the balcony onto the ground, then began hitting and kicking the woman again. She told police this went on for a minute. So black people, a minute can mean 5-10 minutes. You really don't know. When they say a minute, you really don't know if it was 5 seconds or 5 minutes. You really don't know. That's a black minute. Officers asked the woman to demonstrate how Island threw the 1-year-old, and she held a container of bleach wipe with both hands close to her chest and quickly extended her arm straight out as she released the wipes. Island's mother, who was in the residence at the time, went downstairs to get the child and allegedly told the woman she had instigated the whole incident. Do y'all need me to read that again? Oh my Lord. So this is how you know I'm too good at this stuff. I'm way too good at this stuff. Let me say this again. The man who beat up the woman and tried to kill this little girl, his mother said that the woman instigated the entire thing. Probably told him his dick was little. Probably told him he's a punk ass bitch. Probably told him he a broke boy. Probably told him you ain't getting no money. Probably told him that I'm going to call my baby daddy and have him come beat you up. Probably told all of the most insulting things possible that would demasculate him to the point to where he said, "I'm going to throw my entire life away." This is the type of stuff that they just will hurl any insult. They don't care. They be like, "Your mama's a bitch." They'll say anything that they can say to try to make you go there but they're not expecting you to go there. It's almost kind of like taking a stick to the thug zoo and then taking that stick and sticking it in the lion cage and said, fuck you, little punk ass bitch, and jam it in there, and you're throwing shoes at the lion, and the lion's, ow, ow, you better back up, ow, I'm gonna get you. The lion's like, I'm gonna get you, ow, ow. And she's steadily, fuck you, punk, you little dick, boom, 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 boom. And she's steadily hitting that lion, and then all of a sudden the lion cage swings open. And all of a sudden, oh shit. And then the lion started whooping her ass and almost killed the little girl. Does that not sound like my thug lion scenario? You take your kids to the thug zoo to go play with the thug lion, and then you want to cry victim when the thug lion almost kills you and your kid, which would mean that if the mother perpetrated this, which I believe that's the only thing that makes sense. Just judging a book by its cover, this makes perfect sense. And he still needs to be held accountable. He's not a victim. He still needs to do a life sentence in prison for attempting to murder this kid. But the mother perpetrated this, and she's not going to learn from this because she's not going to face any consequences. So if y'all came to hear the news, this is not a damn news station from the last I checked. That's why they call this the AFC podcast by DJ Just J, because we're the advocates for children. I'm just a concerned father. I just see stuff that's wrong and I call it out. I see a beautiful little angel, and this baby has no idea how terrible and toxic her mother is. She's just a product in a bad environment. This beautiful baby could grow up and become anything. Y'all call him a broke ass ice cube. That's probably what she called him too. Yay, yay. No, let me stop. The grandmother said, or his mama said, that this woman instigated the whole thing. She said Shakira instigated the whole damn thing. So he left the home on foot, and the woman called 911. A large knife was located on the floor by officers, and droplets of blood were located on the balcony and in the bathroom. Now, according to the complaint, the 1-year-old girl was taken to Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. While she had physical injuries and bruises, she did not sustain any cranial or skeletal fractures. So thank God for that this little girl's body was strong enough to survive that. Thank goodness. Now, prosecutor said that the woman had a sprained finger and she received 3 stitches on her forehead. She also had swelling on the top of her left hand and pain in her right leg, and her shirt was covered in blood. This man, Island, walked to MPD District 7 where an in-custody interview was conducted. Officers noticed swollen knuckles with small cuts on his hands. He told police the fight was mutual, and I can actually believe that. I actually do believe that. He told officers they were doing a tug of war over the 1-year-old when she fell off the balcony. Now that I believe is bullshit. I think he hung her out there, dangled her like Michael Jackson did Blanket. Y'all remember when Michael Jackson did Blanket? If you've never seen it, look it up. And I think he dropped her. I don't know if he did it intentionally or not, but I think if you got to that point, we got to call it intentional. There's just no excuse for that. He allegedly told police when the child fell, he knew the fight had gone too far. He also stated that he doesn't think he went overboard during this incident. So here's what's next. He appears in court on Monday, on March the 17th. His bond was set at $15,000 and a no contact order has been issued. So $15,000 is real lightweight. I think they should have got it for way more than that. I would have said $100,000, but whatever. They're giving him $15,000. That's crazy. He also must wear an electronic monitoring device if he posts bail and cannot have possession of dangerous weapons or firearms. So he can't even have a butter knife. If an electronic monitoring device is unavailable and the cash bail has been paid, it will go up to $17,000. That makes no sense either. So just throw another $200 on it and you ain't got to wear a tracking monitor. Like, how does that make any sense? I don't know how these people make these rules. If convicted, he is facing approximately 16 years in prison and more than $30,000 in fines. He is due back in court for a preliminary hearing next week. How could you possibly face 15 years and only get a $15,000 bond? Just have no idea how any of that makes any sense.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
You're asking in the chat, why can't they get an attempted murder charge? You just don't have enough evidence based on both of their stories, and even based on what what his mother is saying. I guess he would kind of be like the step grandmother. Even her words is saying that, you know, the mother precipitated all of this. So it would be real hard to try to get any level of attempted murder. But y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. I think this story is very interesting for a lot of different reasons. But I'm also let y'all hear from the mother too. So here we go. So y'all bear with me. Give me a second. Let me show these videos. And then we'll talk about the mother's video.
So today we're hearing from the mother of that 1-year-old baby that was thrown from a Milwaukee second-story porch. We're actually here at the home right now, and take a look at this porch. You can just see how high that is for a 1-year-old baby. The mother telling us that that individual threw her baby from this porch. She landed on the grass and somehow survived. The mother identifying her baby to us tonight as Stormy Walter. She's just 1 year old. She's doing fine now, but again, the mother tells us that she's just grateful her baby's alive.
And Blake, she's obviously still quite shaken up by the experience. It's a dispute that led to the arrest of a 31-year-old man. He hasn't been charged yet, but this case starting on a second-story porch at a home on this block.
A 1-year-old girl held tight less than 24 hours after an experience Shakira Walters will never forget.
To see something like that, I just felt the need. I tried to help her. I tried to help my baby.
Baby Stormy, a survivor after being dropped 2 stories from this home's porch.
No child should have to go through, experience that type of stuff.
Walters not ready to go on camera Friday after what Milwaukee police call a domestic violence and child abuse case. Investigators say a 31-year-old man intentionally dropped Stormy from the porch during the dispute at the home near 41st and Hampton Thursday.
I was racing. It was racing and trying to get my baby from him.
Now this is the porch that families say baby Stormy was dropped from, being dropped all the way up here onto the ground. The mother telling me tonight that she was about an inch away from landing on this fan.
The baby's step-grandmother calling it a miracle Stormy is still alive.
I'm heartbroken about it still. It's unbelievable. I just don't understand how somebody could do that to a baby.
Police arrested the man who they say dropped Stormy. She has bruises, but her mom says she's okay. Now, the family is fighting for justice.
She was thrown off the porch and I got beat up by a grown man.
I mean, TJ, this story just stops you in your tracks when you hear it. Do we have an update on baby Stormy tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, Blake. Actually, just after our interview, Stormy's mother ended up taking her to Children's Wisconsin after she started running a 104-degree fever. We actually just got an update from the step-grandmother who says they were running tests on the baby for abdominal pain, but tonight the baby and her family are home.
Criminal charges tonight for the man accused of tossing a 1-year-old child from a balcony.
This all happened during an argument at the home that the man shared with the child and her mom right near 44th and Hampton. 12 News' Nick Bohr is joining us live in that area. And Nick, the child's mother tells you the baby is remarkably doing well.
All right. She's convinced the man whom she describes as her mom's ex-husband was trying to kill the baby as they tussled up on that balcony there. He tossed her over the side, prosecutors say, as the two of them were up there, the little girl dropping 15 feet to the ground. Stormy Walters is a happy toddler in this video shot just before her life nearly ended.
This is my baby involved. She's one. She could have died. She could have really got hurt from that. And I'm just mad. His mom.
Shakira Walters says she's still amazed Stormy didn't suffer more than bruises after she was dropped or thrown from a second-story balcony at their home Thursday by 31-year-old Jaimin Eland, her mom's ex-husband.
She's fine. She's doing great. So, I mean, it's nothing that I can, like really say. Like she's just fine. She's fine. As long as my baby's still breathing. That's it.
According to the criminal complaint charging Eland with substantial battery and physical abuse of a child, he admitted accidentally knocking Stormy over in the kitchen, and that touched off a heated argument with Walters that turned physical. Do you think he was trying to kill her?
He was definitely trying to, because for you to be choking her and you punched her and threw her off the balcony, that was definitely you was trying to kill my baby.
Stormy wound up with just a few bruises. Same for Shakira, who says if she had to do it over, she'd try to calm things down before they turned physical.
Those type of situations, just try to, walk away. Just walk away from stuff like things like this, because people can take that anger out on your baby, and, babies are defenseless.
Do y'all want to see a more in-depth video? The mother did a live stream. Do y'all want to see it? I'm gonna because it's like an hour long, but we're not gonna show you an hour worth of video. But I will show you like maybe 5-10 minutes of it. She said to walk away. How about this as a solution? How about you not date when you have small, vulnerable children? How about you not date until your children are at least 13 teenagers? At least they can speak for themselves at that point. They might not be able to defend themselves, but at least they can speak for themselves. And even then, it's still dangerous. It's still a little girl. That's still a grown man. And grown men and boyfriends who have no DNA tie to these kids, it presents a dangerous scenario to know that a man might, just the idea that a man might take advantage of your little daughters. I would just be very cautious about that. I don't think it's smart to bring people around kids that they have not produced. So y'all say y'all do want to see the video? Y'all hit that thumbs up for me, please. I'll show it to you. And I think this might confirm that this mother is a bit off of her rocker.
And so, Nick, did Eland tell police why he took the baby to the balcony?
Well, no, he did say it was part of an argument, though, that wound up with the two of them again tussling in what he called, quote, a tug of war over the baby up there on that balcony. And when he says that Stormy fell. Well, he remains jailed tonight on $15,000 bail. The child abuse charge carries a prison term of up to 12 years.
And we can see how tall that balcony is. So glad that that baby's doing well.
Okay, so I'm kind of confused too. So I don't know if he's just the boyfriend. I don't know if he's the father. I don't know if she was married to this man. I thought I might have did say the mom's ex-husband. So that would make this man the ex-husband to this woman. But that makes it even weirder if he's not the father of this little girl. So she did that all less than this baby being 24 months old? I thought I read it because I looked at a lot of articles. I did. And I thought they referred to this man as the ex-husband, right? So if he's the stepdad, God dang it. So she literally must have got with this man while she was pregnant then. Ooh, boy, that makes him even more of a simp, to be honest. Like, look, I know some of y'all ladies might have had some situations where a man promised to love you, even though you got yourself in a situation of being pregnant, but I'm just saying, damn. That is a wild thing to think. That you already have a new man, a husband, or somebody who's committed to you, and you just got done being sexually involved and gestating with a whole nother man's DNA, a whole nother DNA line. That type of thing would drive you crazy. Okay, y'all want to see this? Let me see. This is the, the 1 minute version, and then I'll show you the longer version. Hold on. Did it go? Oh, it did not. All right, let me see if I can find a way to get this up here. Y'all hold on a second. Let me see how to get this video up here. Add video. Add both of these. Now, why did I have to do it that way is beyond me. All right, let's see if we can make this work. This is the mother. I just want y'all to hear from her and tell me what you think.
Because then she that went down there and made a statement. Trying to protect her retarded ass son. I told him he need fucking help. Like anybody who go to church, my nigga, that somebody put a spell on that man or something. Like he was fighting his own demons. Literally, and took that shit out on me and my baby. Like, I don't know why, like, you, like, come on now. Please share my live, y'all, please. Cause I'm really like pissed the fuck off right now. And I got all proof. All proof. Come on now. And we done been in multiple fights and all that. But it wasn't to the point where he really he actually beat my ass, like, and did this shit to my baby. That means that he been want to do that. My baby is 1 year old. Well, what the fuck? So he just tried to fight you and the baby. Cause then she that went down there and made a statement. Trying to protect her retarded ass son. I told him he need fucking help. Like anybody who go to church, my nigga, that somebody put a spell on that man or something. Like he was fighting his own demons. Literally, and took that shit out on me and my baby.
You see, she just called him retarded, so that's at least one name that she's calling him. Probably among a whole bunch of other things. She's trying to keep it tame right here.
Like, I don't know why, like, you, like, come on now. Please share my live, y'all, please. Cause I'm really like pissed the fuck off right now. And I got all proof. All proof. Come on now. And we done been in multiple fights and all that. But it wasn't to the point where he really he actually beat my ass, like, and did this shit to my baby. That means that he been want to do that. My baby is 1 year old. Well, what the fuck? So he just tried to fight you and the baby. Oh, this didn't right.
This is the full video. I'm going to show some of this. Look at how she's dressed. She dresses like a stripper. No bra, all in the camera.
Live.
Tightest outfit she could possibly find.
Ain't got my wig on or nothing. I told my viewers come here. What's up, y'all? Fucking man, y'all. Share this live. Stormy. Make sure y'all share this live too. Please share this live. Please. Stormy, come here. I gotta change your clothes. Say hey. Y'all make sure y'all share this live. Fix these. This is my baby Stormy right here. Make sure y'all share this live. His family want to try to get him out this shit. Her face a little swole. Come on, me. Mama. What? Mama. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all share this live. I need some more viewers. What? Hold on.
And I want y'all to watch how she picked up her daughter for attention. Picked her up for attention. Yeah, she's in her digging all in her ass. Oh my God, man. Just no decorum. But I want y'all to watch this. She picked up her daughter for attention, and now she's going to ignore her daughter now that she's got the attention. Watch this.
He'll be posting his picture so everybody can see how he fucking look. I need some more viewers. Make sure tune in, y'all. Share my video, please. Hello, mommy. Wait. This motherfucker, man, y'all. Oh, please, y'all, tune into my live. Let me get about like 50 or 40 viewers. Share this live, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all how he threw my baby off the fucking balcony and I got beat up. Face still fucked up a little bit. Damn near 2 black eyes. Like, yeah. Yeah, we good. Wait, mommy. These people want to be sitting up here lying. Like, come on now. I'm trying to get my child from this fucking man. Like, come on now. Come on, y'all. Tune into my live. Please, tune into my live. I wasn't going to go live, but I am. I am. Like, thank you, Sanchez. Thank you. The news people, all that shit, like, came to the house and talked to me. Like, I didn't even want to be on camera because my face was fucked up. Like, come on now. Talking about somebody lying. So whoever posted told what to say.
So she said she didn't want to be on camera because her face was messed up. So I'm assuming that she's not talking about the tattoos and dermal piercings and tongue rings and lip rings and indescribable tattoos all across her chest and hands, and the fact that you had that bonnet on while you did the interview and then covering half your face while you're doing the interview, and then got on the tightest outfit looking a mess. So you still went and did the interview. That still didn't stop you.
Talking about I tripped, and that's how my baby got thrown off the balcony. I was attacked. He choked my baby. He was choking my baby. After when he first grabbed her, he was taking her to the balcony, y'all. When he grabbed her, he was choking her. He had my baby by her, behind her neck and in front of her neck, and was choking her and swinging her and punched her. And that's when he threw her off the fucking balcony, y'all. Y'all tune in. Come on. Keep tuning in to my live. Please. And his face will be all over Facebook so y'all know his name and how exactly how he looked. I keep on. Yeah, it's over with for him. Y'all. Go put it back. Like my baby damn near was finna like, yeah. Shit, police. Is the bitch is the baby okay? You good? Yeah, she fine. Yeah, my baby fine. I'm glad she fine. Cause it could have been worse. Sitting up here lying to these people. Like, come on now. Come on, y'all. Keep tuning into my live. My face still a little fucked up from when he was putting his hands on me. I had to get 3 stitches. All type of shit. Y'all keep tuning into my live. Like, y'all gotta really know what happened. Like, for real. Like, yeah. We all over Facebook, all that. Like, I want to make sure this shit, like, really go viral. Like, I'm not even playing. This shit bogus. I'm sorry you went through that and the baby, too. I don't know you, but I seen it on the news. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's over with for him. Keep tuning in, y'all. Make sure y'all share this live. Share this live. Hey, boo.
All she worried about is attention. That's it.
His family sitting up here lying and said I tripped, and that's how my baby ended up off the balcony. I'm trying to study, like try to grab her from him. Thank you, Nene. Yeah, his mom and them trying to get him out this shit, and it's over with. It's over with for him, y'all. I'ma post this picture, all that, so y'all can see how he look. My baby fucking won. My baby 20-some fucking pounds, y'all. 20-some pounds. And he did that. Now, this is my mom, ex-husband. All because I asked why was my baby crying. And it started off in the kitchen. That's...
What the hell did she just say? Did she just say her mom's ex-husband? Whoa. Maybe I heard that wrong. Let me back it up a little bit. Did y'all hear what I heard? Let me back that up a little bit. What the hell? Because this video was long, man. Let me see if I can back it up just a little bit.
Yeah. His mom and them trying to get him out this shit, and it's over with. It's over with for him, y'all. I'ma post this picture, all that, so y'all can see how he look.
Her mom. What? Her. But wait a minute, though. Hold on. Hold on. Let me look something up real quick, because I think I can still find the mother's Facebook page. Let me look it back up real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can find her Facebook page again. It is... Her Facebook... Where is it at? Right here. Shakira Walters. Yep. Okay. She's probably not going to give me what I'm looking for, no pun intended. I was looking to try to find her age. So I can't tell her age, but I'm assuming she's probably mid-20s. She seems like she's between 20 and 30. I don't see her age on her Facebook page. But this man, this alleged man, is 31. Her mom's ex-husband? So this is her stepdad. What? Y'all saying I heard that right. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, my mind is completely blown. Let me play this and let me see what we heard.
My baby fucking won. My baby 20-something fucking pounds, y'all. 20-something pounds. And he did that. Now, this is my mom ex-husband.
What? So why was he attacking you? That sounds like a scorned lover behavior, right? So her mom, I'm going to give her mom, let's just say her mom had her young at 15 or 16 years old. So if she's 30, that would make her mom like, what, 45? What? If that's her ex-husband, then that would make him between 29 and 30 years old. Which would make him her age. So why is he fighting her and trying to kill her kid while she's a stripper? That makes no sense. Shit, man. Because when I go to her page, let me see. Where is it at? Lord have mercy. She's actually on the... Okay, so I'm 100% right about this. Look, I'm gonna be an ass, and I'm gonna just show y'all. I'm gonna just be an ass and show y'all one of her stripper hashtag model flyers. She's not naked. She got on clothes, but she ain't got on much. Now tell me that ain't a stripper. She about to hit the club and dance like a stripper. Dance like a stripper. Dance like a stripper. She about to hit the club and dance like a stripper. You. And there's more. I seen more in here too. There's a flyer on here that says, what is this? The Super Bowl after party, beautiful women dancers. She's promoting that. Yeah. She's a stripper. Oh my God. Your mother's ex-husband is beating you up and trying to kill your kid, but he's your age and not with your mom, but somebody's mother, whether it's his mom or your mom, is vouching for him over your behavior. How does that make any goddamn sense? Oh, Jesus, man.
All because I asked why was my baby crying. And it started off in the kitchen. That's how everything started. It started off in the kitchen. I was pushed by him. I never put my hands on this man. This is a 6 foot fat ass Huge ass man. Come on now. I'm trying to retrieve my
That's the second name that she called him. She called him fat ass. Okay? That's the second name she called him.
baby from him. Literally. I never put my hands on him until after the fact he pushed me to the ground when we was in the kitchen. Because he had my child. He couldn't even, he wasn't trying to give me my child. Yeah, all this shit needs to go viral. Yeah, my baby is fine. We good. Like all these lies and shit, and the man that's on fucking TikTok and shit lying, talking about somebody lying. Like, come on now, don't nobody gotta lie about shit like this. Like you fucked up. Like playing with my child. Thank you. Like I wasn't even finna do all this shit because we still gotta heal. This shit is traumatizing. For my baby to sit up here and go through some shit like this. Like, come on now. The news people, I know exactly what they told everybody. He need his ass whooped. I don't care who mad. Exactly. And he hurried up and turned himself in because he knew. He knew it was right for him. He knew exactly what was right for him. And his family sitting up here trying to get him out this shit. No, it's over with. You just damn near almost killed my child, my nigga. I never have to go through no shit like this. And I didn't want to even talk for real because I know how I am. The news people, all that. Like, nah, hell nah. I'm glad everybody been praying and stuff for me and my baby because we definitely needed it. I'm glad y'all okay. I know it hurts so bad for your child. Your child is hard. I hate this for you. Man, and it's my first child, y'all. Like, and I have a girl. Never had to experience nothing like that. Never. Like, yeah, boo. He knew to turn himself in though. Like, I'm gonna have to show y'all the picture of when everything, like my face, all that. Y'all gonna see it. Keep tuning into my live. Make sure y'all share it. Thank y'all for the prayers. Thank you. Love you too. Yeah, please tune into my live, y'all, because his mama sent up her line and said that I tripped. So I don't know where they got their information from, because his mama was here and didn't stop nothing. Didn't stop knowing her son was sitting up here beating my ass. Like, come on now. Like, we not finna do that. You just sit up here and play with my child. My child. No, it's not the baby dad. No, I don't have no type of relationship with this man. No type of relationship with him. This is my mom's ex-husband.
She said it again. This is your mother's ex-husband. Why is he this close to you and your kid? That makes no sense. And again, how does that make any sense that your mother, I'm assuming that's at least 15 years older than you, is dating a man that's your age? And why is he attacking you and your kid? And he said, you gonna die. Like, how does one argument lead to that? That sounds like a buildup. That sounds like y'all been had animosity towards each other. Like this has been going on. No relationship with him yet. He's that close. Y'all are hearing this the same way I'm hearing it. This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Y'all, please hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you can't comment. That's why you can't talk in the chat. You got to subscribe and hit that thumbs up. I'm gonna play a couple more minutes of this and then we're gonna kill it. And I'll upload the rest of this on my channel so y'all can see the rest. It's like 45 more minutes of this stupid crap. Y'all tune in my live, y'all. Tune in my live. Y'all come on in. Come to my live, y'all. I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to talk to the news people because I look a mess, y'all. But I'm going to do it anyway. Y'all tune into my live, y'all.
Somebody who been around for a long time. He was not related to me. He was not related to me. No type of relationship. None. He just the dad of my 2 little brothers that my mom had. 8 and 10.
What? Oh my God. Oh shit. Wait. Now that actually would make her mother about 45. That make her about 30. And then she has, what she said, a 10-year-old brother? Let me back that up.
He's just the dad of my 2 little brothers that
He's the dad to her 2 little brothers
my mom had. 8 and 10.
8 and 10 years old. So that would be 35. So she had her last kid at 37. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. She had her last kid at 37. But wait, this man is 31. Let me get his face back up here. This man is 31. So if he's 31, that means that he got this 45-year-old pregnant when he was 20. And that would have made her 35. And she had her first kid at 15. That makes you wonder, how many other kids did she have? So you had 2 back-to-back, which statistics prove usually when a woman has 1 kid, she would normally have a second one within 24 months. So that would make sense how he has a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old. And then you have this one, which I guess is her first kid, which is the mother, who's, I'm assuming, is 30. Maybe younger, but she can't be any older than 30, because then the more age you put on her, that would make the mother getting pregnant at a way earlier age in order to fit in that gestation time period. I'm sorry, I'm doing all type of math and wizardry over here. I know y'all looking at me like, what the fuck is really going on? So that means that a 35-year-old got pregnant by a boy, a young man, at 19 going on 20 years old. So he was between 19 and 20 when he got her mom pregnant. So if that were 10 years ago, that'd make her still the same age as him. Yeah, it's oof. So why would he be dating the mother and not dating her if they're the same age?
He's not related to me. Exactly. Because since she that went down there and made a statement. Trying to protect her retarded ass son. I told him he need fucking help.
Just name called him again.
Like anybody who go to church, my nigga, that somebody put a spell on that man or something. Like he was fighting his own demons. Literally, and took that shit out on me and my baby. Like, I don't know why, come on now.
So why would they accuse you of starting it? Probably because of her spicy ass mouth.
Please share my live, y'all, please.
Please share my live.
Because I'm really like pissed the fuck off right now. And I got all proof. All proof. Come on now. And we done been in multiple fights and all that. But it wasn't.
You've been in multiple fights and you still kept your kid around him? And why would you be in multiple fights with a man you're not related to and a man that you're not sleeping with. This is your mother's husband who is now ex-husband. What are you fighting with him about or for?
To the point where he really, like, he actually beat my ass, like, and did this shit to my baby. That means that he been want to do that. My baby is 1 year old. Well, what the fuck? So he just tried to fight you and the baby? Yeah, like, it's like I said, like, okay, I was in here in the bathroom, and my baby, she talked. She was like, yeah, like, it's like when he called my little brother to the kitchen to get to get his food. So my baby ran inside the kitchen and was like, yeah, like, basically like thinking he was talking to her. So next thing I know, probably like a few seconds later, my baby get to crying, and I hurry up and run out the bathroom to see why was she crying, and I'm like, why the fuck is my baby crying? He like, she ran into the back of me. Like, I'm like, she's not finna cry like that. My baby's not finna cry like that. And I know my baby cries. Like, no, don't do that. Like, I'm trying to figure out why the fuck is my baby crying. He gets upset, y'all. He gets upset and he gets to grabbing her. Like, no, I'm finna show you how she ran into the back of me. So next thing I know, y'all, while I'm trying to retrieve my baby from him, his mama in the kitchen also. She kind of got into the middle of us before he pushed me. She like, no, y'all, don't.
So why is his mother there? His mom.
Don't do that. Don't do nothing. Ooh, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do nothing. Next thing I know, y'all, he pushes me hard as fuck on the ground. When he pushed me, I got up and I ran to the bathroom and I grabbed my mace and I maced him. When that happened, he like, why you mace me? Why you mace me? His mama and my baby then was right there when I sprayed it. I didn't see my baby. Get back, mommy.
Keep in mind, she's ignoring her kid this whole time, through this whole thing. Based on her own words and her own video, which makes her a dummy, she's now admitting to attacking him first, especially not knowing why her child was crying. You did not know why your child was crying, and you didn't have any real concrete evidence as to why your child is crying. And then you said out of your own mouth that you went and got mace, pepper spray or mace or whatever it is, and sprayed it in this man's face. So you attacked him first. Now maybe do y'all see why the bail might be actually really low? Y'all share my live, y'all. If y'all watching, please, y'all, share my live, y'all. This sounds like she's admitting to attacking him first.
So when that happened, y'all, next thing I know, I go in my little brother's in the room. He tackled me, y'all. He tackled me.
Oh my God. So they all live together. Oh my God. The 8-year-old, the 10-year-old, the 30-year-old, the 1-year-old, and one of their mother lived there also? I am so confused.
When he tackled me, when I got her trying to hurry up and get up, that's when he started swinging on me and punching me and all that in my face. That's how I got all this shit. Like, I'm still healing, y'all. I got damn near 2 black eyes from him. Like, y'all, like, I'm so mad right now, y'all. Like, man, listen, and it went up from there. Like, I'm so mad. Like, and all I try to do was help my child. He big as fuck. Like, who the fuck? I'm fighting him. I'm trying to fight this man. Like, I don't care about what nobody's talking about. I know what the fuck happened. This is my child. That could have died. That got thrown off a fucking a balcony porch. And when she landed like a fucking, like she was on a parachute or something, y'all. He punched my fucking baby and was choking her. Like, swinging her around, choking her. I don't give a fuck. No. Hell no. No. I don't play about this type of shit. No, y'all. No. Make sure y'all share this live.
Girl, you say that one more goddamn time. Okay, look. We're done with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this on the replay, and I will make sure and post this for you guys so y'all can see this for yourself. Yeah, we're done with this. So y'all be able to watch the rest of this. Y'all tell me what you think. My mind is completely confused now. I would love for somebody who knows the situation here, family, friend, somebody who lives in that area. Somebody has got to explain this to me, how any of this makes any level of sense. So we'll probably do an update. If I can get somebody to come on here, maybe I can get the mother or one of the mothers, his ex-wife, since she's like my age, maybe she'll be willing to come on here and get me told or maybe tell me what actually happened in this situation. At the end of the day, it sounds like everybody failed this little baby, okay? At the end of the day, I'm glad she's going to be okay. She is a beautiful little angel, and that is what we're here to represent. But we'll definitely get an update here because I definitely want to know what happened to this little angel. So y'all keep her prayer heads up in the chat. Pray that she makes a full recovery. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about this mother. But this man, I don't even know what to say about him either. But either way it goes, it does sound like he attacked the kid. You're wrong for that, and you got to suffer for that. So we'll see what happens.